Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another edition of Gctv. I'm Maggie Turner here with Clayton Heath.
Graves County voters will now head to the polls on Tuesday, November 12th. During the break, school board voted to go forward with the ballot. The special election will allow the voters to decide whether or not the Graves County Board of Education will receive an 18.4 tax hike. The vote will cost the school district $40,000 regardless of the outcome. More than 1,700 people signed a petition against the tax hike. Only 1,215 were needed to force a vote.
Seniors, don't forget to schedule your headshots at Wells Studio for the yearbook. Wells is open Tuesday through Friday. You can call 247-1851 for your appointment.
There will be an FEA meeting Thursday in B16 after school. You need to stop by Mr. Mallory's room today and give him your t-shirt size if interested in getting an FEA shirt.
The annual Turkey Trot 5K run is coming up on November 23rd at 9 a.m. The run will benefit the Farmington Elementary 6th grade field trip.
Entry fees are $20 for pre-registered runners and $30 for race day runners. You must pre-register by Wednesday.
During the break, we'll hear about the social studies trip to Boston.
And Skylar Val has your sports.
Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. I'm not stressed, I'm just excited.
Eagles volleyball is in action tonight. Our girls head to Murray for a 7 o'clock game against the Lady Tigers. On Friday the 4th, our Eagles football team hosted the McCracken County Mustangs for the first time ever. Unfortunately, we were defeated. However, the Eagles did have some highlight reel plays. Last Friday, our Graves County Eagles football team traveled to Ohio County looking to bounce back after the tough loss and improved to 2-0 in the district play. Our guys had no trouble with Ohio County, heading into the half up 41-0. The final score was 47-18. Good job, guys. The Graves County golf team finished tied for 9th with a two-day total of 649. Lance Davis was the medalist for the team on Wednesday with a 3-under par 69. Davis made a birdie on the 18th hole, one of 6 on the day, in his last high school match. After starting the day in 34th place, he recovered and finished in 8th place overall. Seniors Lance Davis, Justin Roberts, and Ty Wilson gave it their all and completed a very successful year, making the cut at the state tournament and finishing 9th, winning regionals, winning 3 weekend tournaments, placing 2nd in 2 other weekend tournaments, and going 13-1 in the regular season. On the girls' side, junior Emily Whitnell shot an 80. The score was good enough for 31st overall and the 12th out of 44 individual scores. For GCTV Sports, I'm Skylar Vowell.
What's up, GC? This afternoon will be mostly sunny with a high of 72. Later at night we'll have a chance of showers with a low of 59. Tomorrow showers are likely with a high of 72. Later that night, low of 55. Wednesday will be partly sunny with a high of 64, and later that night be partly cloudy with a low of 47. For GCTV, I'm Michael Hamilton.
TAHOE stands for Teaching Opportunities, or Teaching American History Opportunities for Education.
So the reason we went on this trip, we were members of, it's a Teaching American History grant, and we've had the opportunity to go to a lot of different places around the country the last 5 or 6 years. And one of the things we usually do is a trip. Sometimes it's about the first or second week in July. And this year we had the opportunity to go to Boston. So that's kind of how this trip came about. And it was funds paid for by the federal government. We had $1 million grant, and there's about 17 districts that participate in this. And so they get us speakers and books, and they do a lot of training with us. And as we go on these trips, it's kind of a working vacation. So we got a chance to see a lot of very famous places and hear a lot of very unique speakers.
And I think it's important anytime a faculty or anytime a department of your faculty can make trips like this together, because, well, for one thing, we all like each other, and it also helps that we're all there together because we all pick up on something different, and we can all bring different material back to the classroom, and that always benefits our students. If we've been there, we can encourage them to go to these places. We can show them the swag that we bring back, and it's always useful in the classroom. And it's not just us. I mean, there was about 30 or 35 history teachers from across Western Kentucky that made this same trip. And
we have taken trips like this before. In the past, we have gone, when I've been in Tahoe, we've gone to New Orleans, Louisiana, and did some Jackson, Mississippi trip. And we've also done Williamsburg, Virginia, where we went to Appomattox Courthouse while we were there. And we did a little Busch Gardens side trip on one day. The Lowell Museum that we visited was still running. They have it running, and video that we got there to use in class, and some of the things that we picked up along the way are very valuable for us to use in our classroom for firsthand knowledge for students.
it's regrettably the Tahoe grant, like all good things, must come to an end, has come to an end, and so we may not see those folks again for quite some time, but it was a good ride while it lasted.
One of the things, requirements for us to be in Tahoe was to plan lesson plans over topics given to us, and we would have to create a whole lesson and then turn that into Tahoe, and they posted it on their website so that teachers within the Tahoe grant, as well as other teachers across the state and elsewhere, could use our lesson plans if they needed something in their classroom.
Another interesting aspect to me about Tahoe was the executive director was Daniel Lonsway, who's a graduate of Graves County High School, and I had him in class all those years ago, and so it was an opportunity for me to interact with him on a completely different level. I mean, obviously he's an adult now, and has a job and responsibilities and everything, so it was a good time to see him and interact with him.
The government's closed, but at least I get a day off.
The FBLA trip to Six Flags has been canceled.
Any girl interested in trying out for the softball team in the spring and not playing a winter sport needs to attend winter workouts on Mondays and Wednesdays. They will start this Wednesday on the softball field from 3:15 to 5 o'clock. Contact Coach Stan Waller if you have questions.
During the week of October 14th through 18th, schools across the United States will be celebrating National School Lunch Week. Each day, we will be giving away prizes to a special individual or individuals with a sticker on the bottom of their tray. We will give away 1 or 2 prizes during each lunch. Students will need to check their trays to claim the prize. We will also have special treats for each student every day. Tuesday, sidekicks. Wednesday, cookies. Thursday, freeze pops. Friday, Rice Krispie treats.
These treats will only be for the students who come through the 4 main hot food lines, not the food purchased from the Perch or the coffee shop.
Also, this week's Young Republicans meeting has been canceled. Instead of meeting tomorrow, Young Republicans will meet next Thursday, October 24th.
Well, that's all we have for today's show. For GCTV, I'm Clayton Heath.
And I'm Maggie Turner.